Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Denny, obviously last year you go into this race below the cut line. This year, don't have to worry about it. Is there any difference from how you went into last year's race compared to how you go into this year's race, in the sense of, I understand an athlete maybe treats every event the same. Is that how you could look at last year and this year, or was it really that different for you last year?
Well, it was definitely different. You know, I try to approach each week the same when it comes to my process. Now, certainly, your mind plays games with you, though. There's certainly a different mindset when you're locked in versus being below the cut or being near the cut. So without a doubt, I'm resting much easier this year in the playoffs. In general, I'm way more loose with it. Whatever the results are, the results are. So that helps. And on top of that, winning, I mean, it just makes me even looser yet. But certainly, yes, anytime I go into a cut race and I'm close to the cut, I have to pull myself back to not thinking about the things that I don't control. And that's typically what I think drivers would say when they get in these scenarios where they're, facing elimination, is they worry about all the things they can't control. But man, it's certainly a different mindset.
So how difficult is that, and how, as somebody as experienced as you, how challenging was that last year to not let those thoughts dominate too much, or maybe they did at times?
Yeah, I didn't let it dominate me for sure. But I just knew that we were good enough. There was one of the variables of whether you make cut lines or not is that, are you fast enough just on the merits, or do you need someone to not be as good as they normally are, and then you avoid trouble? Well, when you're fast, you just have to worry about the avoiding trouble part of it, not the and I hope we have speed. So it made it very easy for me last year to not have to worry about that, because I knew we were going to have one of those covered. The other part is the part that you typically worry about. And I would say for some near the cut line, I think some of them are probably thinking about, I hope I've got one of those two elements, and you need two to survive.